Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SteelTrace booth at the Energy Supply Chain and Procurement Summit. My name is Minako van Overstraten, and I work as a marketing assistant here at SteelTrace. Today, we will go through what SteelTrace does and how we can help you improve the supply chain management at your company. As a quick agenda, I will first briefly introduce the company and our mission. Then we'll talk about some of the current challenges in the supply chain of steel, and then go over the solution that SteelTrace can provide to overcome these challenges. I'll also explain how this actually works in the SteelTrace platform and show you some of the added benefits of using SteelTrace in your company. We'll then also go through a few success stories that brought us to where we are now. So first, I'll briefly introduce our company. So SteelTrace is a Dutch company founded in 2017. We are currently based in Maastricht in the Netherlands. At SteelTrace, we leverage new technologies like blockchain and cloud computing to integrate quality management along the supply chain, with our mission being to provide cradle-to-grave traceability. So this mission is rooted in the fact that at SteelTrace, we believe that there are still many challenges in the supply chain of steel that need to be overcome. So next, I will go through the challenges that we have identified. So the current supply chain challenges, the first one is that everything is still paper or PDF based. This means that the different parties in the supply chain do not have access to structured data. So everything has to be manually verified. And in some cases, the data is verified only after the fact, which means mistakes or non-conformities are identified only later in the process. And as everything is paper-based, the data cannot be accessed in real time. So the end owner does not know how far the product is in the production process. There are also trust issues for the end customers who have a hard time trusting the certificates they receive, as most of them have actually come across fake products or modified certificates during their careers. The last challenge is that every company in the steel supply chain currently have to design their own traceability system, and the end owner has to verify if all the suppliers comply and implement these system correctly. So again, a lot of manual work and time wasted. So how does SteelTrace actually tackle these challenges? So yeah, let's go through some of the solutions that SteelTrace offers. The first solution is that SteelTrace has a standardized workflow and format for the data that is captured and shared in the ecosystem of the steel supply chain. So all the data gathered by SteelTrace in its platform is in a standardized format. And because all of this data is captured and shared in SteelTrace, it helps eliminate the silo effect. Another solution that SteelTrace offers is that the platform allows you to certify and verify all the data during the production instead of after the facts. So for example, the data is captured directly at the source through a standardized workflow and automatically appended to the material and test certificate. This data is verified instantly, so you know that the MTC is approved before you send it. The signatures are also captured digitally and instantly, and the data is automatically matched to the international norms and or the requirements that you have set in your quality control plan or your inspection and test plan. So basically, having SteelTrace will transform a lot of your manual work and verification into digital, instant, and automatic certifications. SteelTrace also offers real-time information. So all the information is added to the platform in real time, which, for example, gives insight into the production process, so you know how far your product is in the supply chain. It also enables early detection of conformities and verification of payment milestones, as all raw material, test, inspection are included in the platform in real time. So it basically gives a real-time overview of all the information in the supply chain for all users. Then another solution provided by SteelTrace is the automated traceability. So when using the SteelTrace platform, everything that happens will be fully traceable as the information and data are secured by and in the blockchain, meaning you'll always be able to know who did what at which point in time. Last but not least, SteelTrace offers protection against fake products. So in the SteelTrace platform, certificates can only be created by qualified manufacturers, and instead of sending copies, the ownership of the product is transferred digitally. Quantities also cannot be changed by anyone else than the original qualified manufacturer, making it impossible for other parties in the supply chain to provide fake products that were not produced by this original manufacturer. Having access to the SteelTrace platform and the traceability it offers also allows end customers to verify independently if a certificate is real, unchanged, and actually belongs to that product, which in the end protects them from receiving modified certificates or fake products. So all these solutions together will allow you to convert from compliance by audit to compliance by design. This means that all the rules and requirements are already integrated into the platform and can be automatically checked by design instead of checked later on in the process. This allows to have predefined rules and it reduces the need for control. It also automates the creation and verification of reports. And there is no need for paper review and less need for hold points as everything is checked along the way when data is entered. And it also verifies the authenticity and data in the platform. So now I want to talk about how does this actually work? How is this actually implemented into the SteelTrace platform? So let's first have a look at the process of material certification. So how does it work? First, the customer has to add their requirements to the platform, digitizing their specifications. Then the supplier can gather all the data related to a specific product and enter this data into the SteelTrace platform. They will then digitally sign and secure the data, such as the reports and the certificates. And once this is done, the SteelTrace platform, with the compliance by design explained earlier, it will be able to automatically check all the content to ensure that everything is correct. So here's an example to illustrate the difference between manually checking a test and SteelTrace automatically verifying in the platform. You can see on the left that the test is a PDF that must be checked manually by a person who will verify and match the values, while the test in the SteelTrace platform is actually automatically checked and given to you with the results already included, as you can see with the acceptable in green written in the test. We can see here again how it looks like in the platform. So first, SteelTrace automatically checks the test results against the international norms and shows whether it is acceptable or not. But you can also add more customer requirements into the platform, depending on your specification for the product you need. And the platform will then automatically check against both the international norms and the customer specification, as you can see here, that the results have changed and more information is required. Our norm database is also ever expanding, currently including 419 norms and grades. And as you can see in this impact test, you can also always add your specific customer requirements into the platform. And as already mentioned earlier, SteelTrace uses blockchain technology, which stores information irrefutably in time, making the data traceable, as this is secured using mathematical proofs of the data in the blockchain. Using blockchain technology in the steel supply chain allows us to ensure that only qualified people have the rights to endorse information in the platform. Users of the SteelTrace platform all receive a way to sign digitally with a digital identity, explained here. So using blockchain, SteelTrace generates a digital identity, a cryptographic key for its users with signing rights. So this key is stored and encrypted in their phone, not stored centrally to avoid being hacked. The key is also associated with both the user himself and the company. So the user can sign in the name of his company. This makes everything traceable, as we can see who signed what at which point in time. So, because of the approach that we use here at SteelTrace, new things are possible, and this offers our users added benefits. For example, time reduction. So indeed, because people in the steel supply chain would no longer have to create documents, print them, sign, stamp, send them, and wait for the next person to do the same, this can actually save up to 2 weeks on delivery time. Then because of all the structured and standardized data that is gathered in the SteelTrace platform, it can be analyzed at a deeper level. This will generate data-driven insights, for example, to detect non-conformities or to evaluate supplier past performance. Additionally, you will also have access to SteelTrace's historical product and supplier data. This can help you make decisions about sourcing by comparing different suppliers in the platform or looking up suppliers' past production. It could also, for example, help you analyzing supplier performance and supplier risk profiles. Last but not least, imagine that using SteelTrace can also impact your carbon footprint. You will have a paperless office. All the redundant printing, stamping, signing, scanning will be gone. You'll be able to better recycle or reuse products. You'll have less products returns and less delays. There will also be an incident reduction, as there will not be any fake products in the supply chain anymore. And these are all things that you can calculate in your carbon footprint. And one of the future goals of SteelTrace is also to add the carbon footprint to the certificate of each company in the network. So you'll be able to identify the carbon footprint of productions. And now that you know everything about SteelTrace, I would like to present a few of our success stories. So first, when SteelTrace was battle tested at Total, we asked the users to fill out a survey. Here are the results that we got from the pilot survey. So 90% of the time it used to take to create and review certificates was saved. The usability was rated 8 over 10, and the traceability was rated 9 over 10. And we are very proud of these results. The owner of Mega, a fitting producer who is one of the early adopters of SteelTrace, also gave us a really positive review after the implementation of SteelTrace. So yeah, Mega is really pleased and recognized the advantages of using SteelTrace in their company, such as the information in real time, the traceability and transparency provided by the platform. Can also just give you a minute to read it through. So this is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us through our website. If you are interested to know more about SteelTrace, you can sign up for the newsletter on the website or sign up for a weekly demo of our product on steeltrace.co/weekly. For more content, please follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube, and we are looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.